All right, so we harvesting comfrey seeds today, and you can see how they look when they're ready. Let me get in close for y'all. You see all those little black seeds? That's the comfrey seeds. I'm gonna let you see the comfrey. The bees have been going crazy. You can see how huge it is, and comfrey is kind of strange to harvest. If you wait for them to turn black, many times they're gonna turn black and fall off. You really gotta get them while they're kind of swollen.
You want me to show them the green one? How it looks like? So that's how.
So you wanna get them. Don't move. You wanna get them while they're just like that. They'll probably more than likely. I like to just, if they got some of them turning black, I go ahead and just take the whole. Kind of like
whole thing.
Yeah, like right here, just take this whole thing off because you're making so many seeds. You can see the little black in there,
and they will drop once they turn black. They will drop on the
as
ground.
soon as they turn black, they're gonna drop out of there. So you got to get ahead of them. Like these, look at all these we've lost.
Yes,
all of this was seeds, was black seeds, and they just fell out.
And then once they fell out, they go and just grow on the ground, and then this is how they gonna look like. And you can either take the whole like lips off and make your own like fertilizer, or you can just drop it in your.
So most of the time they call it like comfrey tea, or you can feed it to the chicken, or you can like use it as a mulch around your trees or whatever. But I've been learning. We've been growing this for the last 2 years. 2-3 years, and it took me a year to learn when to get the seeds, because like one day you come out and the seeds are like just like this, like green and full, and then the next day you're like, oh man, well I'm just waiting for them to turn black. Then you come out and they're gone. So I just take the whole thing off.
They go fell out.
Throw it in a bucket, and they'll dry out like this. I'm gonna show you. They'll dry out, and then you can just shake them and get them to separate in the bottom of your bucket.
Yep. And you go in this comfrey, like they will just keep growing and growing, and they're not going to stop growing. Once, even though it get cold or your temperature drop, they're not.
At least in Louisiana.
Yeah, they're not going to die.
Maybe somewhere else, because we got snow and everything, and they really didn't die out. Yeah.
And you just need to, sometimes I just have to put some gloves on when you
they're kind of itchy.
Because it's going itchy. Yeah, but we don't like.
So if you're trying to sell the seeds, then you want to harvest them. If you really just want to have a lot on your land, once you get one comfrey plant growing, then you don't have to worry about even harvesting the seeds, because they're gonna drop down here and they're gonna just re-sprout. You can actually dig each one of these plants out, and you got new plants. So this is kind of overgrowing here, because we only had one little small plant here last year, and it's done this.
This is gone.
Yeah, we've lost them.
It's done. They all gone, all of them.
But just go ahead on and take them anyway. I like to just take them anyway, because some of them I can get. Some of them are gonna turn. You can't lose this way.
Yeah. So now this is just one point, and this is already how much seeds you harvested.
Yeah.
But we had like about.
We got them everywhere. We got them everywhere. They are productive. Some people call it evasive. We have learned now to call them productive plants. They're really productive, and you almost can never have enough if you got livestock, especially chickens. If you got trees, because you can just take this whole thing here and pull it off like so, and bring it to your chickens, or make comfrey tea, and not really worry about, man, I'm destroying the plant, because they love it. I'm gonna show you. I'll show you in a second. More here. We're not gonna go through the troubles and the pains of getting under that netting. Let's go bring this to the chickens. Look at that.
And chickens love it.
Yeah.
Look at that one over there.
So I'm gonna show you one that's to the front too as well. And look at the bees. This is what. You bothered the bees, Bells. You bothered the bees, Bells. Let's get these over here. Let me see.
This one already dropped.
So they're swelling up.
Them just down.
Yeah, they're dropping. They're swelling up. I can see them up in there swelling up. So I'll go ahead on and take these. A lot of them have fell off. You can see there's a few left in there. But this is the time now. This is the time now where they're ready. And they're gonna repopulate. You see this one right here? This is what happens when they fall off. They're gonna sprout. And now you got more. So you can't beat it.
Look at that one. It's sprouting the ground.
That's what I said. It's sprouting up.
Wow.
Let's go take these to the chicks.
That's how you do it.
Now, if you let your chickens out, and if you got like free range chickens, you're gonna have to take that comfrey plant and put it in some kind of protection because they'll chop it down real quick. And they're eating watermelon right now.
I think every trees that we had in the property, they had some comfrey on it.
Yeah.
Like especially the front yard.
Just look at this. They love it.
Oh.
Say we love it. We love it.
That's their favorite.
I know I remember when we first got the comfrey plant and it at first got big, kind of like that one, and the chickens were out and they were eating it, and I didn't know. I hadn't researched the comfrey yet, so I was like shooing them away, and I'm like, man, I'm about to kill these chickens because I thought that comfrey was poisonous.
Yeah.
But they eat it all the time, and I guess it's not poisonous to them. We got sunflowers coming up. Wow. Let's go to the front. I want to show y'all our comfrey to the front, how huge it's gotten. So give us a second. Yeah. So here's a comfrey here that was by a pear tree that died. You can see how huge it is. Same thing, we're losing a lot of them.
Gone.
But we still can pick them because some of them still have black seeds in them, I can see. So you can just grab as many of them. Now some comfreys don't make seeds. So there are some cultivars that don't really make seeds. Long as you see bee activity, I'll show you over here. Let's go check out this bee activity to show you how much. Now this one has gotten crazy huge. This one has gotten crazy huge. This one and this one. Let me see if I can get close to some of these bees without disturbing them. We're not gonna pick from this one, but you can see the bees.
All right, I'm not bothering you.
Yeah, Belle's not gonna bother y'all. Solitary bees. You can see honeybees. Look at that. Bumblebees. This thing is filled with them. This is what they do. I mean, all day. This is why I plant comfrey. This is why I love comfrey. If not for any reason other than it keeps my bee activity kind of on a good sustainable level. And they'll just hang out here all day.
There's so much propagation that they like. How
Yeah.
much you can just dig up this whole thing that this is just come from seeds that they dropped out, and then you can just take the whole thing and
plant it by the next tree.
Separate and plant all over your tree.
So all of the comfrey you see here comes from
That mama plant.
this plant over here. We'll go walk over there. This plant had a plum tree by it, and you can see the neighbor's tree broke and crushed our trees. But the comfrey survived, and as it survived, it started throwing comfrey plants. You can see all these little small comfreys just everywhere, all over here. And we was able to start digging up those comfrey plants and just bringing them by different trees putting some in the raised beds, putting some in pots, whatever we could save and salvage. And now look around, and just like they said in the videos about how evasive they were and how you can never get rid of them, and we thought that was a good thing, because we was like, if we can't get rid of them and they're actually good for you, and they got so many uses, then we don't have to buy seeds anymore. So that was like a plus for us. So we like, look at that.
This mama plant dropped all the seeds and
just dig that one up. You got one over there. You can just dig it up. And you got plants for life that you probably will always have on your property. Now it's up to you.
You can also dig that up and give it to friends. And the friend have it. If they take care of it, they will never buy no seeds from anybody for Comfrey. They will just keep propagating. They will just, you know, they will have a lot. Yeah.
So maybe some people think it's a good problem to have. Some people don't want to deal with it because, I don't know for what reason you wouldn't want to deal with it, that you wouldn't want a beneficial plant in your landscape and in your garden. But I understand some people just don't want to deal with it. But look, if you don't like this comfrey plant right here, it's not like a tree. I can pass the lawnmower right here and cut it all down. So I guess look at it that way. If you ever get to the point you don't want it anymore, you can cut it down. I could take a weed eater over here and just weed eat all this comfrey away from by this plant or this tree. What we're trying to accomplish is we're trying to get a living ground cover around all of our trees where that comfrey can surround the tree, or we can smother out the weeds so the weeds don't actually compete with the tree or with the fruit tree. That's what we're trying to accomplish. Yep. So this one here, all from seeds. You can see how they just coming up. Throw the seeds out around it and they'll come up and protect that area. This one has taken over this one has taken over the it's the squash. This one has taken over this. Now this one probably was a little too close for the fig tree. You can't even see the fig tree, but it's down here. So, but you can always cut these back as well, so don't hesitate. They got a couple of seeds up in there. Don't hesitate to cut them back. Don't hesitate to take off seeds that are ready and not ready. Just pop them off. That way you'll catch at least a couple of seeds that are ready. Look at that. Got a couple of seeds in there. Some of them have already fell out. Just go ahead on and just take it. And they stick, for some reason they stick into the pods too. It's kind of not as easy as you would think it is to get them out. You gotta kind of wait till they dry and shake them out. But they're everywhere.
You also don't have to harvest all of it if you don't feel like doing it.
Because they'll be back next year.
Yes.
They'll be back next year. So what you can grab, and what you can't,
you don't
stress it. You'll get more next year. This is like us just putting up stuff. Sometimes we send seeds out.
Right there.
This bed is a bed that these blackberries have taken over, or dewberry vines, whatever they are. But the comfrey is holding its own. Likewise, look how many I've lost. But still go ahead on and look at that. Got a lot in there. Still go ahead and get your seeds. Never know. Might be a good bartering opportunity, a good trading opportunity. You never know. Oh, look at you. You got a lot.
Yeah.
She got the magic eye. She got the magic eye.
Mosquitoes got me again.
That's a mole. I thought it was something. That's a little mole. I mean, but you look at this, y'all. These are all seed pods with like 3-4 seeds in them.
This one got like 4.
Yeah. This one like this, you can actually just cut the whole thing. Just cut this whole thing off if you had to. Right here, just had some scissors, cut it, and you would take this whole thing in. But if not, you just got your hands. You don't want to grab too much on that, because it's right now my hands are itching. So be careful too. I don't want to tell you, use gloves. Do your research before you harvest these, because I don't know who's allergic to what and who can't take what. So don't put it on me if you get an allergic reaction while you're harvesting comfrey seeds.
Yep.
Right? Because they'll try to say, Mr. Grow told me. Mr. Grow told me. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, you're not going to get me that easy. Wow. Look at that. That's full of seeds.
All of them. It didn't peel out yet.
We caught one that was ripe. This is me and Belle's job.
Yeah.
Not like harvesting. It's mostly Belle's and the kids getting all our fruit and little strawberries and blueberries. Seed harvesting is something I like to do as well. Watch that vine, that blackberry behind. And that's it. So I would like to say, if you're lucky enough to find some comfrey, feel blessed, because they're hard to find and they're kind of expensive for the seeds. But once you get them and once you do your research on them, I'm sure that you're gonna love them. So thank y'all for watching the Grow Family Network. Thanks Bells for harvesting for us, being such a sport. And as always, grow, grow, grow. We got blueberries. That's, oh my goodness. Peace.